Hey YouTube, coming to you with another video on a Cub Cadet 3225. Not a lot of videos out there on how to work on these, so I'm going to address a couple issues I had. Hopefully it can help you out. So I had a leak back by the gas tank when I filled it up, as well as my reverse didn't work, and my slides, my seat wouldn't move. So where we're going to start today is on the leak, what happened. So my engine was running a little funny, and so I added some gasoline. And when I added like 2.5 gallons or so, it started pouring out all over the ground here in the rear. So I looked up in there, and of course it was coming from this seal right here, as well as this one. Kind of really upset, you know, because gas is not cheap. But what you could do, you got to fix it. So I said, well, let's just start tearing it apart. So you got to take this rear fender off, even to get to the gas tank. And what you got to do there is you're gonna have 3 bolts that are mounted right here. You're gonna have 1, 2, and a third one in here. They're gonna be 11mm bolts, nut and bolt, and best to use sockets is the best way to get to it. Wrenches. Those are really ratchets were hard to get in there. Ratcheting wrenches are even better. So definitely spray some penetrant on them. You'll be good to go. Once you get those 3 here and 3 on the other side, then you can move along to taking the glides off, or the seat base on the rear fender. If your seat glides move, then you should be able to skip this step, but mine didn't move, so what I ended up having to do is I had to take my seat base off first. What you're going to have is you're going to have a flathead bolt up on the top here, and a 13mm nut on the bottom, and those fit right down inside on these glides. So it's gonna be really hard to get your wrench in there. 13mm wrench is gonna take like a low profile, and also these have like a square head that fits into the plastic. If you're not able to turn the wrench down inside those slides, you're gonna need to just spin these out. Use a big screwdriver like that with a crescent wrench on it. Worked good for me. You're able to get to both rear ones pretty easily, but your front ones, your seat kind of covers that up front here. So I ended up also having to take this pin out, just take the cotter pin, and then pound the pin through with like a smaller screwdriver or punch. It slides through right here on these. That's what connects it. Now once you take that off, you should be able to get to your front ones the same thing, flathead and 13mm. Then once you get your seat base off, and again, if you didn't have problems with your seat slides, then you won't have to do that. You skip that step. But these glides mount down inside your rear fender, as so, and you're going to need to use a 13mm, T27 star bit to get those out. There's going to be one here, here, and here, and here on this. That's one of the glides there, just showing being how it would be mounted. Once you get those off, you can take the rear fender off. What you're going to need to do, see if you have lights in the rear fender, you're going to need to unplug them, one on this side, one on the side. Well, let's take your fuel cap off, then weave it through your up and down lever for your deck. Once you get that off, then you're able to get to these, plus take the tank out if you wanted. What you may want to do, I know mine was full of crud, you may want to take whatever gas is in here, if there's not a lot, take it and just go dump it on like your burn pile I've got, and clean it out real good and put some fresh gas in it as well. So these seals need replaced. This is for your sensor, and this is for your draw tube. I actually filled it up. I got my new ones on there, good to go. No leaks so far, but I didn't want to wait for genuine parts that I would have to order, because I got no Cub Cadet dealers in the area. If you wanted to order offline, here's the part right here. This is for your sensor, to let you know if you're getting low on fuel. It's a 735-0699 gasket for the sensor, and then the ones for the draw tube is going to be a 735-0149 for your draw tube. They're $5.55 for 2 of these, and one is $12.95 I could find on eBay. So it'd be almost like $20. Plus you have to wait 4 or 5 days. I didn't really want to do that, so I went to my Lowe's. You probably go to your local hardware store. So they've got these gaskets. Again, your rear one's going to look like this right here. It's going to have like that sleeve. This is all that's left of mine, what it looks like. So it was leaking pretty bad. What I ended up doing was going to Lowe's and getting this right here. It's a 1 by 11/16 OD and a 1 inch by 3/16 ID 38T. It's going to look kind of like that, these two put together. I had to take a real sharp razor blade knife, cut around here, and then along the side to cut this part out of it so that it created like a sleeve to fit down into the gas tank. And then I bought something like this to fit the draw tube. Didn't quite work out. But what did end up working out was this right here. I just slid this down over. I was able to slide it in, make it work in the side of the gas tank there. What this one cost me here was $1.21. And the other one, it was a 2-pack, it was $103. And all I had to do was cut a little lip. There's a little lip like that on it, just to make it slide down snug with the other seal on there. I don't know if you can see that there, as well as this one here, so it would slide in. Good idea, definitely, to put some like dielectric grease on this plug. It gets a lot of dirt and crud, as well as when you get those glides. If you do have glides that are frozen up, or if you just have them apart, to grease them. But I had to knock all the dirt out of mine, clearing them up. And I put this open gear lube you can get from Napa. Works really great all over them, and they started working really good after I cleaned them out. Also, if you're having problems with your reverse, I noticed my rear reverse pedal is out of alignment. So when you push on it, it's not moving my rear plate at all, my shifter plate. So I noticed if you pull up on the forward pedal, that it actuates that plate. So quick tip if you're having some issues with that. And then you just obviously it's in reverse to put everything back together, and hopefully that helps you out. I know there's not a lot of videos out there on how to work on these, so if I come across any of these, I'll just post them up and get them to y'all. Alright, have a good day. Thanks for watching.